Hey friends, and welcome. Today we are in Vancouver, British Columbia at the Retro Modern Design Studios. And if you're into designer furniture, designer looks at affordable prices, make sure you stay tuned because we're going to be going everywhere from tips and tricks to design secrets to trends that are coming up. Listen, if you're into designer furniture, designer style at affordable prices, stay tuned because you will not want to miss the interview with Jeff, the founder of Retro Modern Design.
Friend, it's been a long time.
It has. It
Pleasure.
has. I think I was looking yesterday, and it's 11 years since the last time I
Since,
saw you.
since we saw each other, but
But we've gosh,
I
how long have I known you?
probably 15 years, maybe, or
Which is so hard to believe because I'm still only 29. So I don't know how the math works out. But anyways, I'm so excited to be here today.
thank you for
We're
coming.
in Vancouver. Thank you for having us
Uh,
and for putting up with the 1,000 takes that this is going to take.
yeah,
But anyways, if you are just joining us, we are in Vancouver, British Columbia, inside the Retro Modern Design Studio. And if you've been on our website, you know we feature this collection very heavily. It is our one brand that we focus on when it comes to all of your furniture, all of your office furniture, your home furniture. The aesthetic connects with us. We like the aesthetic. We like the colors. You all know I love color, and we just try to make sure that everything that we curate and bring on our website speaks to Chris and I. Because if we don't like it, we're not going to put it on there, right? So when we started curating Escape, one of the first people I reached out to was Jack because I told him, listen, I have this vision and I really like your furniture. So can we, collaborate? Can we do something? And he was one of the first people to say, Eric, I think I get what you're trying to do. Let's get on board. So thanks for having a vote of confidence from day one.
you're welcome. Yeah.
So now I guess we get a lot of questions, about your collections. So can you tell us a little bit about what inspires you, like how you came about retro modern, if you could?
Yeah, well, this was a passion project that started, you know, before COVID, and it was just a hobby. It was something that I had. I was working full time in another career totally, and I decided I wanted to, put my foot into designer furniture.
Yeah.
And I started it actually in a very different way, as I was bringing in teak furniture back then when I started it.
Yeah.
And I was remaking old mid-century modern furniture out of teak
Okay.
from Indonesia. And then it kind of just slowly, gradually morphed into what it is today. So it's been a very long process, and I've been curating this collection that is currently available on Retro Modern Designs. It's 5 years. We just graduated our 5 year anniversary.
Just had your fifth anniversary.
Fifth
That's
anniversary,
amazing.
yeah. And it was also a little bit of an addiction of
Good one.
shopping, of
Yeah.
finding out the process of manufacturing and sourcing and getting the suppliers. And then once I learned what I was able to do, it just kind of went out of control.
Loaded. Well, I
Yeah.
like that because I've seen your posts, and I think that you're very active online as well. You like so if you're not following him yet, your Instagram handle
The
is
retro modern design.
Retro Modern Designs. You heard
Yeah.
it here. So I like that you're continuously posting, but I know that you have a lot of different styles, a lot of different collections, but there's two collections that you tend to focus on, and we're sitting on them
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about these two pieces, because
Yeah.
I like
This is one of our number one sellers is the boba sofa. And it's just this particular one. It's in a very soft, fluffy boucle, and it's like a big teddy bear, and
like a cloud.
it's really great. I have it in my home, and I never want to get out of it. Very versatile. We've made it in multiple different sizes. This is the smallest, which is a love seat size, which is perfect for small homes or condos.
Yeah.
And then you can build them out into large sectionals, as there's lots of pieces.
I'm so tempted to just put my feet up, but even though I'm wearing red bottoms, I know you'll chop my legs off, so I won't.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
No,
a great
it.
piece. Very sturdy, very well made. It's a really fantastic piece, and it's one of our staple pieces that we try to highlight the most.
Yeah, no, I love this because I've seen you make it in different colors, and
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed it. So tell me about this one.
This here is the Russo 2, which is actually my design. I took an old classic mid-century modern design that
Yeah.
some of you might be familiar with, and I changed it, and I made it higher and deeper. We changed some of the stitching patterns, and it is the the first real original piece that we made.
Yeah.
And it's a piece that we've sold so much to our customers. And look at that. See,
Look at that. Business
never
always
stops.
calling.
Always
Okay,
stops.
this is good. This is good. This could be one of you guys calling him.
And the thing that I love about the Russo 2 is that it's made entirely of foam.
Mm-hmm.
It's lightweight. It's easy to maneuver, which is something that was a big reason when I started the company. I had told myself I was only going to sell stuff that I was able to carry.
Yeah.
That way I could keep all my costs down and pass on the savings to the customers, so I didn't have to hire a lot of people to help me move the furniture.
Which, labor force is one of those big overheads.
Yeah. So yeah, entirely made of foam, and it could be made in a huge selection of colors and fabrics and leathers.
This is in leather. Yeah.
This is in leather. Yeah, this is Italian leather, and that's one of our specialties is the choices. We have such a huge range of choices. People often would come in asking for a white or a gray or a black sofa, and then they'll end up leaving with like a purple or a pink or an orange sofa.
Or you have some incredible patterns also in some of them.
Yeah.
When we came in, if you ever have a chance to come into the studio, he has an entire wall with different, cushions, different fabrics. You can really go wild.
Oh yeah. And personally, I much rather sell somebody an orange sofa than a regular beige sofa.
Yeah.
It's just the reactions that people get, and all the reviews that we get, and people say, people come over and they see I have a bright orange sofa, and everybody freaks out, and it's the talking piece. And
hey, I notice you get a lot of featuring or commenting on tiny homes. And I think that, so before we started ESAPE, we thought about perhaps getting a tiny home and then moving the tiny home every few months, or getting a trailer, like a massive motorhome trailer thing, and we, just travel for a year or two across the states. And that didn't pan out. We're in Palm Springs, so no complaints. But when we were getting into these trailers, you have to be very conscious about weight, space, and let's be honest, a lot of them are pretty generic and not very aesthetically pleasing. So we had actually looked at some of your furniture precisely because it's so light.
Mhm.
So for example, I was filming the intro to this video, and you said, let me put the two sofas together, and I'm thinking I'm going to have to help him. And he just picked them up and moved them, and then boom, 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 bada bing, bada boom. So I feel like that's something that people don't take into consideration, right? Like,
it's a big thing, especially if you're moving, or if you want to, rearrange your home, or if you live alone and you don't have somebody to help you. Having a lightweight sofa is very convenient.
And how do you achieve the lightweight without compromising on the sturdiness?
It's just the quality of the materials. So this is a high density foam. It's layered in multiple densities of foam, and it builds a really strong structure.
Yeah.
This here doesn't have any wood in it, and you could sit on the back of it, and it's still sturdy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't decapitate yourself there on the video.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if you had people come in and they're looking to curate maybe a space in their home to be like their happy place, or a place where they can unwind, what would you suggest be the key items that they look for when they come here? Like, how would you get someone started, basically, if they're trying to say, listen, hey, Jeff, we have a living room. It works. We have kids. We have pets. How would you suggest, like, what are the first things that they should consider?
It comes down to, what space you're trying to work. If it's a living room or a dining room or a bedroom, we specialize in upholstery furniture, primarily. So sofas, lounge chairs, beds is the main stuff. We do a lot of accessories, coffee tables, and there's the collection is so vast. So it's just been kind of my addiction of just adding so many products to the collection, and in really letting the customer, curate their own
style.
their own
And
style.
that's kind of what I enjoy, because you come in here and the space is not overwhelming. Because I feel like sometimes you go to some studios or you're looking for furniture and you end up looking at 100 different designs and pieces, and it's so overwhelming. At least for me, I find that it's harder for me to be creative when I have just too many options. Versus you have a bazillion options, but the way you set it up here, it's very easy to digest.
The greatest thing about this business
Mm-hmm.
is the customers, right?
We're pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Pretty awesome.
yeah. The customers, they know more than I do. Sometimes they have the style. They bring me the designs. They often will say, "Can you get this? Can you make this?
Oh,
Can you?"
great.
Oh, so maybe half of the collection was inspired by the customers, and then I source it and I make it, and then I add it to the collection. So it's really great. Like, the customers will come in here and they will be able to curate their own design by saying, okay, I want this, I want that, I want that. And I would never think that maybe these two pieces would go together.
Right.
But that's the beauty.
That's their look. That's their aesthetic.
It's really the beauty of the brand, is that I try to have so many nice pieces that all go together.
Yeah.
You really can't screw up when you're dealing only with nice things.
Yeah.
You really can't.
I feel like you have your theory with furniture, like my theory with jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
More is more and less is a bore.
Yeah.
And I like that, because you're right. If you just are always collecting nice pieces, you can throw on a whole bunch of stuff and it still looks great.
Still gonna look good.
Individually, it's all amazing. Now, have you seen any trends coming into, like, what do you find, or like, what's your busy season, and do you see any trends happening right now?
Well, it's summer now, so it is a slow time of year. As we approach, the fall and the holidays and Christmas is usually we get into our busy season.
Okay.
People are back from holidays from the summer and start to shop again.
Mm-hmm.
And really, we're trying to stay ahead of the trends. I don't like to sell furniture that a lot of other people are selling.
Okay.
So if I see that something's being a little bit too saturated in the market, then I might stop selling it, and then I'll go and I'll find new things. I'm really trying to stay in my lane of having a unique niche collection of pieces that are not overly sold in the market, and it's a challenge, as there are so many more businesses coming online all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it is very challenging finding those products, and I can't reveal my sources as to how I stay up to date on the trends. But
I understand.
I have a few good sources of people that I go to, and who help me with the collection.
So what you're saying is that if you're the kind of person that's thinking about doing a big project, that wants a lot of back and forth, a lot of advice, maybe the summer is the perfect time to reach out to Jeff, because it's when you're not as busy.
Absolutely.
Like, we just redid our entire house in Palm Springs, so the summer is when we can reach out, because you're a little bit more flexible, I guess.
Yeah,
a little bit more time.
Half of the business comes from the direct-to-consumer market, where we deal directly with the consumer, and often if you reach out to the company, you're talking directly to me, and I'm dealing with every single order that comes through. So I have my hand on every single order, and I go from the production stage all the way up to the photography stage before we deliver, to inspect every item. But then on the other side, we do a lot of commercial projects. So we work with designers, we do commercial projects, whether it's spas or coffee shops or condominium lobbies.
I've seen you've had some great opportunities lately where you're inside high-end boutiques, like clothing boutiques. You started doing that. I'm like, that's incredible, because people do want to sit somewhere trendy and casual while they're shopping.
Yeah. The whole idea of the business started off as an e-commerce business, and then I realized, it had a tremendous success online only. But then I had so many people asking, can I come in? Can I sit on it? Can I touch it? Can I feel it? So then I decided it was time to open up a showroom here in Vancouver and try to allow my local clientele to come in and actually experience that, but more so to create an opportunity where I can make content. I can take professional photography in the studio here. I can have other people come in and shoot content like yourself.
Because we all know content is king, right?
Content
and
is
Papa YouTube likes it when we give them new stuff all the time. He's always asking for new videos, so it's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you I don't know, is there something you wanted to share about? I mean, how do they get a hold of you? How do they come? If they want to come out here, let's say someone's from Toronto and they're like, "Hey, we want to come and see you."
I had somebody actually fly in from Toronto just a month ago. He found me online and he called me up. He's like, "I'm flying in." But you don't have to fly in. You can find us online. That's at retromoderndesigns.com, Instagram, or curate your space through our affiliation with Erick.
And you can keep it regardless of however you get a hold of that. We've had a great partnership, and like I said, we've known each other for so long that when he came on board, we decided to come up with a program to make sure that all of the people that come in from Curate Your Escape get 10% off, because I like this stuff. I'm allergic to pain refill, is what I say. So if you reach out to him, use code ESAPE10 if you're on the website, or just say, "Hey, I'm friends with Erick," and he'll know, and he'll hook you up with something.
Happy to.
I was about to say, on cruise ships, we knew that jewelry, some people will go on a cruise ship to buy jewelry because, let's be honest, you get 40 to 70% off on US retail prices. I feel almost like if they come here, your furniture is so well priced that the flight might be absorbed.
I know
by the, like, I don't know. Are we legally allowed to say that? But
it feels like a charity. It does feel like a charity sometimes, but it is, it's a passion project, and I do keep my costs as low as possible so I can provide.
Telling us some starting point, like for these two collections?
Sure. Well, this sofa here is $2,400 in this size, and it goes up to $4,400 if you're taking a full sectional. Yeah, but again, if you compare it to some of the higher end designer brands, you're right. It's 40 to 60% off what you would be shopping for in one of the higher boutiques. 100%. But it all comes down back to the business model that I have, and that's low overhead. I don't have a big showroom in a prime location. I don't have a lot of staff. I do all the work myself. I unload the containers. I do the shipping labels.
Because when you told me you unload the containers yourself, I'm like, oh my gosh, like you're fixing. Yeah. And then I saw you move these around today, and I'm like,
okay,
maybe I don't feel as impressed.
I'll invite you to the next unloading, and you help me. It's a good workout.
Okay, so that's awesome. I mean, these are great prices. Like you said, what's your slogan? Designer furniture, designer looks,
affordable prices.
Right here. So if you are interested in connecting with Jeff, go straight to his website,
retromodernhome.com,
or you can go on curateyorescape.com. We have a landing page there, some of our favorite pieces. I tend to change that. Sometimes he has sales, so I try to update you guys and make sure that you also partake. And then you can kind of go to his website, to my website. Either way, make sure you check out Retro Modern Design. Honestly, I say before you buy another chair, make sure that you reach out to Jeff, because he might be able to get you exactly the look that you want without breaking the bank. So that being said, any parting words?
No, it's great to see you again, and I'm here for everybody that's looking for incredible furniture at great prices, and just if you're looking for something unique, something that you don't find at your regular furniture store, or maybe you've had your eye on a piece your whole life, on a piece that's just maybe out of reach in terms of price, we can find it for you, and we probably have it in stock even, and you get a really nice piece of furniture at a great price. We ship all over Canada and the US as well. So wherever you're located in Canada or the US, we ship. And if you're shopping in stock, we ship out within 48 hours. If you want to order a custom piece, usually takes 2 to 3 months. And yeah, just feel free to reach out anytime. I'm always available.